Top 5 Best Belt Sanders. Number 5. SPTA 110V 800W Professional. The SPTA 110V 800W Professional might not look like much out of the box, hefty, even intimidating, but it quickly proves its weight is an asset. That extra mass means less effort from the user and more consistent contact with the work surface. Paired with a solid sanding belt, it powers through tasks like a machine twice the price. It's built tough, clearly made to last, and after years of use, it still runs like day one. Even with long, demanding sessions, there's no sputtering, no decline. Just steady, reliable performance. The adjustable handle positions offer smart ergonomics, especially for managing its bulk, though the weight might wear out less experienced hands. There are quirks. The trench in the top wheel demands belt precision. Stray too far from the 1/5-inch size and expect a few jump scares. The thumb switch? Definitely the Achilles thumb of the design. Holding it up during extended use can turn a simple job into a hand workout. Still, there's a logic to the safety-first approach. At around $150, it punches well above its price class. Not flawless, but dependable and surprisingly refined. For the price, it doesn't just compete, it dominates. Coming in number 4, BUCKTOOL Direct Drive Bench Belt. BUCKTOOL's Direct Drive Bench Belt Sander doesn't mess around. Built like it means business, this machine packs a 3/4 horsepower motor that delivers real power without the racket or weakness found in cheaper options. It chews through old, weather-beaten wood like it's soft pine, staying smooth, balanced, and impressively quiet. The direct drive design skips the internal belt nonsense, which means less friction, more efficiency, and fewer parts to fail. Its 4x36-inch belt runs horizontal or vertical with an aluminum work table that tilts up to 45 degrees and a graphite platen that keeps sanding smooth. The disc side? Solid enough. Minimal wobble and usable, though getting it perfectly square takes a little fiddling. This isn't a flawless machine. The rotating base could be sturdier, and some setup quirks, like a jammed stop pin or imperfect casting, call for minor DIY fixes. But for under $200, it's delivering pro-level performance that cheap sanders can't match. Dust extraction works better than expected, and the design shows someone actually thought about the user for once. If this sander were a character, it wouldn't be flashy. It'd be that quiet workhorse who shows up, gets the job done, and sticks around long after the others break down. Not the cheapest, but well worth the price. Let me know if you want the rest of the top 5. Coming in number 3, Metabo HPT SB8 V2 Belt Sander. The Metabo HPT SB8 V2 doesn't just sand, it devours. With a 9-amp motor pushing 120 watts, it's built for serious jobs, and it doesn't flinch. Concrete filler? Check. Decades-old wood? No problem. It's the belt sander equivalent of a 50 cal, and using it on the wrong speed might leave scorch marks and a grin. This tool feels rock solid out of the box. The clear front cover boosts visibility, the variable speed dial sits right where it should, and the flush surface design sands evenly right up to the edge. It's heavier than average, but that weight helps keep things flat and steady. The ribbed drive belt handles stress better than the cogged ones that fall apart after a few wrong moves. Belt tracking is reliable, adjustments minimal. Even the dust collection bag, though flimsy looking, surprises with real performance. Add a dust collector, and it's nearly mess-free. It's not perfect. The power cord location could be smarter, and tight spaces might challenge bigger hands. But for under $200, with Metabo's legacy and a 5-year warranty backing it, this is a beast in the best way. Built for users who know what they're doing, and what they're avoiding by not spending twice as much. Coming in number 2, Makita 9903. The Makita 9903 might not roar like some belt sanders, but it hums with purpose, and cuts like a whispering assassin. At just over 9 pounds, it strikes the perfect balance, light enough for finesse, heavy enough to stay grounded. And despite its quiet operation, it removes material like a beast in disguise. This 21 inches belt sander glides over redwood, fir, oak, whatever's in its path, with dead straight tracking, even under heat and pressure. No drift, no drama. The variable speed lets it adapt to fine finishes or aggressive leveling, while the flat top adds bonus versatility. Flip it over and use it as a mini stationary sander. Makita nailed the details. A long cord avoids the zen-killing tug of extensions. The dust bag? Actually useful. Belt changes are click simple, and the build feels like it'll last decades. Even without a graphite sole plate, the steel one glides better than expected. This is not some disposable big box throwaway. It's a pro tool for people who've wrestled with the loud, the crude, and the just plain wrong. The 9903 doesn't just sand, it solves problems without trying to take your arm off. And for those who know the joy of a good tool doing its job right, that's everything. Coming in number 1, DEWALT DCW220B. DEWALT's DCW220B is the long overdue redemption arc for cordless belt sanders. After a few misfires over the years, DEWALT finally delivered something that feels legit, powerful, well-balanced, mostly, and packed with pro features. The 3x21 inches belt size is a real bonus in a sea of undersized toys, and it handles serious sanding tasks without flinching. The brushless motor brings the muscle, chewing through tough jobs while staying surprisingly civilized with dust collection. Paired with a vacuum, it's almost clean room efficient. The quick change belt system and variable speed trigger with a 25-point dial feel thoughtful, not gimmicky. It's ready for everything from fine detail to ripping through rough stock. Still, it's not flawless. Battery life depends entirely on what you throw at it. Light work? A 5 amp hour pack holds up. Heavy duty runs? Expect 30 to 40 minutes, tops. Also, for scribing, the handle placement is just awkward. It doesn't hang vertically, making undercuts less fluid. But for portability, control, and the sheer freedom of cordless sanding, it's a game changer. This isn't for smoothing whole subfloors, but for cabinet installs, trim work, and on-site jobs where cords are a headache, it earns its keep. Not cheap, but finally a DEWALT belt sander worth owning.